Hi everyone, welcome back to The Right Side of 50. My name is Creesha, or you can call me Cree. So I thought I'd pop in today and film a little content. I promise you as time goes on, the videos will get better. I am a newbie at this, so, don't come for me. Anyway, I think the biggest thing that's been on my mind lately, and I've had this passing thought quite often in life, but right now here I am, and I'm sure I can speak for many of you, maybe not all of you. Stability. So at this point, they say when you get to this point, when you're over 40, over 50, you should definitely be stable. You should know what you want. Um, Maybe be where you'd like to be or close to it. So, me, I would say that sounds good. Easier said than done, but let's talk about it. So, only reason why it's really been on my mind so deep is because a little less than a year ago, I made a career change. Um, I may have mentioned in the last video that I do insurance. So, it is a demanding, stressful job, but it is something that I chose to do. I had an interest. It was something that I researched for some time before I got into the field, like fully into it, on this end of it anyway. Customer service based, but more to it. Working claims, things like that. So, um, haven't done that before. This is something new. Um, and I guess it came to mind because, I'm at that point with where I'm at, whereas it's been a little less than a year. Um, it's still not growing on me the way I would like it to. It's still not um, resonating, I guess, the way I would like it to. But I don't know if you guys can relate with, even if it's not your career, but maybe something else in life. You work at it and you work at it and you work at it because you you don't want to feel defeated. You don't like giving up easy. I'm one of those people. I try to put my best into it. I try to put as much into it, my all, until I just can't work it no more. And even then, I'll tell you with my history, I will still try to go just a little further because you know what it is? What I'm hoping is when I sit back and I'm working, I'm hoping that all of a sudden the light bulb will come on. It'll click and it'll all just be smooth sailing from there. Okay? So the workload is what it is, okay? But for you to really be able to get on top of your workload, and this is with any job, mind you, okay? Any job that has that type of function, that sort of role where, uh, you have a workload, cases, claims, files. So, I mean, whether you're a teacher, an attorney, um, doctor, or even something on the lower end like myself, insurance. Okay, um, your organization skills. I mean that's always key. That's number one. And I will say, with any job that I've ever had, any career I've ever had, I had to find a way. I had to find a way to organize myself. Okay, because everything is different. It just depends on what you do. It depends on what your job consists of. What's your daily function? What do you do when you first come into the office? Um, do you check your emails, your voicemails? Uh, what do you do? Are you one of those people that chit chat with your fellow coworkers? I don't know. Anyway, so I work, for the most part, I work from home. I do have to go into the office sometimes, but that's has nothing to do with my workload. Okay. When you take on your files, claims, clients, they're yours. Okay, so that organization, it's a key. It's key, obviously, and that's trying to get everything organized from A through Z. And you're going to have those days where you have to shuffle a bit. Maybe it's a last minute meeting, some type of huddle, something, to try to make your day go smoother. Or maybe it's just something new or something that's changed with the company, the process, the way you do things. With me, here I am. I feel I've been there a little under a year with an insurance company, and even after being trained and having wonderful people to assist you, mentor you, everything else, do you ever still feel like there's still some parts missing, like it's just not enough for you to feel or be successful with your job? So therefore, what happens? You get to that point to where you start losing self-confidence in what you do, because you don't feel you're not doing it to the speed or the level that you feel they would like you to be at. Now, I know as humans, sometimes we just overread, people and, what they want or the expectation. But it's not my company. I don't run it. So therefore, I don't make the rules and I don't set up the process. Okay. Um, I don't question the company. The workload, I would say, it is heavy, but I guarantee some of that plays a part with the fact that when you're still wobbly, I guess, not feeling complete about your day-to-day operations, trying to you know figure your claim out, work it from A through Z, or if you're in a role where you may have to take someone else's workload. A lot of insurance companies, from what I understand, they tend to reassign things, and that could be for multiple reasons. But it's not your job or position to question why you have a claim that's no longer, that was never yours to begin with, and now it is. That's not even your function. Okay, so I guess at this point, I'm just feeling it's a journey for me, because again, it's not something I really want to give up. But it is, because I have learned a lot. I really have. But it plays into the mental factor of your day to day. So you have that job, doesn't have to be insurance, it could be any job, where before you start your job, you're looking at your monitors, and you have those thoughts of going, oh my gosh, 7 more minutes before I have to log in, 6 more minutes before I have to log in. Now, a lot of times, and I've had situations, I've had jobs where when I felt like that, at that point, it's because I knew I had been there too long. Maybe I had dedicated maybe 3 years to them, 4 years, 5 or even 6 years to them, and I just didn't feel there was anything else for me to do. It was just routine, same old thing, day in, day out. Um, and some people are okay with that. I'm good if you're good. But with me, you know, I feel like whatever I do, whatever job I do, I always want it to be interesting, and I don't mind a challenge. I really don't. As long as I know how to um, get through it, I have the answer. I know how to do it fluently. Um, then I'm okay. But I just feel the fact that I've been here under a year, not too far off, and I still almost feel almost as lost as I was 3 or 4 months ago. Um, I have to me, I have good mentors. I don't have a problem with management. I mean, they're no different than any other management, in my opinion. I've never had a problem. But at the same time, I mean, they don't have the answers. It's me that has to figure out what I need to do. So, this conversation I'm just throwing at you just to, I'm sure you guys can relate in some job, some role you've had, and I don't know. I'm right now. I'm just kicking it around. Like, what do you do? What do you say? Um, how do you combat it? How do you get past it? So even though I said this channel was not going to be about my career right now, I'm just kind of opening it up there because that's what's on my mind, and that I promise you plays a lot. It has a lot to do with my mental health. So you know, just leave a comment if you have any suggestions, any anything that you'd like to say about what I just mentioned, and and I'll get back to you. All right. You guys have a good day.